Hey folks, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are going out to Escondido, California to visit Stone Brewing, and we're going to have their Hazy IPA.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell, as well as check us out on social media. Links will be below in the description. And come say hey on Discord. We would love to see you there. We've got our own server and would love to have you hop in. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. What are we drinking today?
So today we are going out to California, Escondido to be exact, and we're going to visit Stone Brewing. We're going to have their nice Hazy IPA. So I think we get cracking and drink this bad boy. I know how much Ben loves IPAs, but this is a hazy. So,
well, it's been in my fridge forever, and I've been waiting for us to finally get to it.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about, Andy. I drink these things probably weekly on draft.
My first, so I don't want to spoil our review.
You've never had this?
You never had this one?
Not their hazy. Of all their IPAs, I haven't had their hazy.
Wow.
I haven't logged it, so I don't think I've had it. I have not logged it.
That's surprising. Look, Ben, you got a little head there, buddy.
Yeah. Cheers to all our across the pond viewers.
Yes.
who like a smaller head on their beer.
I was about to say,
kind of like mine.
The UK, they want all that CO2 in their belly. They like to be burpy over there.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Don.
So this is Hazy New England style IPA, 6.7 IBUs, 6.7%, 35 IBUs, pardon me.
Yep.
Uses El Dorado, Azacca, and Sabro hops. And they say there are notes of orange, lemon, melon, mango, and pineapple. Yet there's no citrus or anything added to it. That's just the notes that you bring out.
The notes that you pick up.
They themselves describe it as being less bitter than their other IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's fairly smooth and widely distributed too. So,
Jay, I can see why you would take this on draft a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's great.
At your hockey games?
Yeah, the local hockey games. So,
wow.
Yeah, there's no bitter to this one at all.
Smooth and less bitter, yeah. I wouldn't even go as far as 35 IBUs. I mean, they must be nice. Maybe some dry hopping to help.
It could be dangerous, especially on draft. But when you're paying sports arena prices, it calms you down.
Yeah. So we have done Stone. We've done one other Stone. Oh gosh, what was that other IPA we did?
Did we do their Delicious?
No. It's not the Cloud. Something Cloud. No. Golly, I just looked it up not too long ago to see what it was. So we went over their history, formed in 1996 in Escondido. Mm-hmm. They've also got a place in Richmond, Virginia. What I didn't mention on the other one that I just recently found out is that they sold to Sapporo out of Japan. And we mentioned that. And interesting enough, they're the two founders, Stone, one of them, they went on record years ago, like, we are this independent craft. We're never selling out, things like that. Well, one of the owners wanted to leave the company. I don't know what endeavor he was going on. So he's like, well, let's sell. So they sold to a macro. But in an interview, he said that, they got into it because there was no decent craft beer. It was just dominated by macros. So they achieved their craft beer revolution. They wanted to start it, and they don't claim they were the ones, but they were in the beginning with a lot of them, and craft beer is here. So they feel like, okay, our job is done. It's mainstream. So there's lots of good options.
And now they're everywhere, right? I mean,
yeah.
This
Yeah, I
is,
mean, they're
I think,
distributed widely. So,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
everywhere, I mean, at least all over the U.S.
Yeah,
Which-
and I think
Correct.
mentioned that in the last stone we did, that they were opening one in Berlin.
well,
That's right.
So they had the Richmond
yeah,
and then Berlin.
the one that we did, Andy, was peak conditions. It was
Peak conditions.
it was another
It's a
hazy
double.
the hazy double that we had
Yeah.
gotten out of Hop City in
Mm-hmm.
Birmingham. It came in that pink can with the peaks on it.
Yep.
Yep.
So that was a really good one that I had several times before. I mean, all of their beers I really enjoy. I haven't had too many that I don't like. They do a 12 days of Christmas calendar that's 12 IPAs all in bottles. So
Ben, next year.
and it's really good. I picked one up this year or last year, and I picked one up or actually a couple of them the previous year because they were
that
so
would
good.
be ideal to do. We do Brewers Advent calendar,
Mhm.
and then starting Christmas Day release our 12 days of IPA.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good, and they're each one of them is
That's
different.
great, Ben.
So it's really really good. So
You know, as much as I've almost forced you guys to drink German beer over the last couple of months,
you can't
from,
force us to drink beer.
I mean, force is a strong word, but
I'm gonna pour this down your mouth.
but based on getting the beer from Helen that I did back a few months ago, and then we ended up with a advent calendar that was all German beer. You know, if we have to do an IPA calendar, then I guess I can stick it out. You know, so
Actually, I mean, they're not the usual ones that you would suspect. They have some that are unique. I think they had one that was like it was a chai tea or a green tea IPA or something along those lines. They had very unique beers because they were 12 individual beers in the box. So
yeah, no, I think if we were going to do an IPA calendar, I think Stone is probably, at least from what I've had, probably the best one to do from my side of the house, at least, because I've had several Stone IPAs that I do enjoy.
Yeah.
So this one being one of them, it's
Yeah.
actually really good.
this is actually in their box. So
All right. Well, I have had this one before. Jay obviously has had this one before. So Andy,
Let me rate it.
You are up.
This is an easy drinker. This is smooth, balanced. Like I said, not bitter. You can taste the haze and taste that juice. It's tough. I'll give it a 7.5. There's a little, I want to give it an 8. Something they don't even mention grapefruit, but it's almost like I can get a little bit of that out of it, and I don't want too much of that. But give me more. I got another one in the fridge, so I'm looking forward to it. 7.5 for me.
So as the person on the show that IPAs are my least favorite, this is one of the better IPAs you're going to find if you are somebody like me who doesn't like bitter as much. This is going to be one that you're going to want to hunt out and try. This one for me is an 8.5. I actually really, really like this one. It is smooth. There is no bitter. It's a lot of fruits. I pull out a lot of pineapple out of it personally. But I think it's really, really good. 8.5. When's the last time I had a higher IPA score than Andy?
Wow. That's interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is an easy drinker for me. One that I love and I go to, obviously, because when I go to events and they have it, I'll try and make sure I have this one. And it's widely distributed. So, if you're visiting other areas of the country, you know it's a quality beer when you go somewhere and they have it. So if you question some of the others, or if it's stuck between this and one of the other big macro Bud Light, Mick Light, Ultra, those type of things, I'll turn to this all day long. All that said, Ben, you're actually probably going to be the high scorer here. This is an 8 for me. It's delicious and I love it. But it's not over the top for me. So it's a day drinker or all day drinker or whatever you want to call it for me.
Yeah, I would say probably my score is a little higher, probably because I go into it thinking it's an IPA, right? And maybe I'm going to like it, maybe I'm not. And then when I really like it,
that's fair.
I think that's again why I go back and say, if you are not a big fan of IPAs, if they're not your favorite kind of style of beer, this is one you definitely want to grab.
Yeah, and if you go into Stone and you don't like IPAs, which is one of their specialties, this would be one to pick. So,
yep, you'll have a lot of options too, for sure.
Yeah, that would be a brewery I would like to visit, but I've never been out there.
That will give us an 8 for the Stone Hazy IPA. Definitely one I think you should give a shot. It should be available if you are in the US. It should be one you can get, maybe one you can get internationally as well. But definitely give it a shot. Let us know if you've had it, what you think about it. We definitely have enjoyed it here today. Definitely appreciate you guys checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. And also check us out on social media at the links below. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.